I almost forgot I'm the note taker.
That should technically be 9 episodes per layer, but that's not it.
No. Nope.
Unequal
That's not it.
distribution.
Very unequal
Nope.
distribution.
Hilariously, the level in which no one has a soul has been the one we've been in the longest.
Well,
Just
that's
had-
because Sklep is finding a soul here.
Had to do
That's
a side
true.
quest.
Yeah, nobody knew that this was the secret Sklep arc.
Not even Sklep.
Totally missable.
Hey, Quentin, what episode are we on?
We're
29?
now on 28.
Go
Oh,
Or-
That's one behind.
Cool.
Down ahead.
One of us might be wrong. I have us on session 30.
It's probably me. Because I track it by YouTube uploads. But if I mistitle something by accident, then I get fucked up.
Yeah, but if you also miss miss a session, you're off an episode.
Honey, I don't miss sessions.
Actually, I tip my hat to you. Good. Don't miss sessions.
Even
Olivia?
Even when I'm on vacation, I pull that laptop out.
That's true. That's true. Very impressive. I've only missed because of calamities. So I only missed for calamitous reasons. So we've exhausted all of our tea.
The pot's empty.
Pot is empty. It's just tea leaves left.
Yeah, not a lot of thieves today.
Nope.
No.
I think we forgot to grab the tea bags.
With this group, I can't imagine. It's incredible to imagine that no one was teabagged.
Last session,
Yes.
party had unfinished business.
What happened?
What happened last time is that
Is that-
I keep trying to shoot Quentin. Yep.
And we can't have that because for some reason his actions he doesn't have to take responsibility for it, but me and our wizard friend might have to if something happens.
Mm-hmm.
We should have probably read that part before signing.
Yeah, that's probably a thing that happens.
You
Fun
mean you,
fact, you don't get to
you mean
see
you
the-
should have read it before you signed it?
They
Well,
did
I mean,
read
it
however-
seemed like a
I thought I did say I read it before I signed it.
Here's the thing. What happened
You need to
was
read it carefully.
you all asked
Yeah.
to read it, and he gave it to you, but nobody rolled insight or investigation for it, so I only gave
Yeah.
you the summary.
that's that's kind of after my character
fair.
asked the particular question. He was just kind of looking at the summary.
So then once you guys really honed in on it and Jen asked you for a check, then we gave you the actual fine print.
Yeah, but also Clyde and Cecilia are not on that contract,
That is true.
and their pay must come from us unless they sign the contract.
Mm-hmm.
And that's kind of where we left them with that.
Uh-huh. Yes.
I also wrote down a quote. I'm hiring you to fuck someone else, Elias Wands.
I'm not trying to fuck you, I'm trying to fuck someone else.
What year is it? I want to write down like the in-world year and location that these quotes are said.
Let's see. Does it give me a year?
I don't think so. I don't. No, Faerun is it like canon Faerun is in 1470 something. At least when we played
Tyranny of Dragons?
Tyranny of Dragons.
Okay, well, it's 30 years after that.
When
So
are we gonna get a
15.
prequel?
Well, because if you're going by how old Oleander is,
Right. I'm just saying it'd be funny to get a prequel for the PhDs.
for the PhD.
technically Descent into Avernus is before the PhDs.
What?
Yes, because canonically, Edward
Oh, right.
was a Hell Knight.
Edward
was a Hell Rider.
Knight.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this is before you got kidnapped on that one shot too. So I think that
Yeah.
could work.
Yeah, so Edward was a Hell Rider, which means that Descent into Avernus happened before Tyranny of Dragons. So there's a prequel, but we just didn't finish it because prequels. Okie
Classic.
So you fought Ilfric again.
And
Killed him again.
thoroughly kicked his ass.
hmm
Found out he keeps coming back and will continue to keep coming back.
I did not find out how.
He's like pissed off about something.
I was
stealing
Yeah,
his
that's what
hoard
it
and
is.
killing his wife, maybe.
That's really killed his wife.
I mean, sometimes you just gotta let stuff go. It just happens. Left his kids.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think I had this thought about Sharp Eye until now. I was like, this is my first eternal feud as an immortal.
Oh.
Which
Well,
is surprising.
congratulations, then. Yeah.
Because killing your own family wasn't enough.
Well,
Yeah.
Needs must. So you returned to Koton's barge. What did you all decide to do with the ugly guppy? By the by.
Pull it up as a dinghy.
Okay.
What?
Yeah, I swear, we probably got ropes, right? We just pull it up
Yes.
and hook it up onto the side of the boat like a dinghy.
Oh.
That makes sense.
Okay. Excuse me. Yes. Okay. So you attach the ugly guppy to the side of Koton's barge. You all, I believe, took a long rest at the end of last session in the
Yes.
globe.
In the
No.
in
The hut, the tiny hut, Leoman's tiny hut.
yeah, that.
Okay. Cool. Excellent.
Yes.
Do you, before you go to bed, indicate to Kotom and or Tyax that you are intending on heading to the sinking city?
Oh, we did tell him to turn around, or did we not get to that point?
I don't think we did. I know we confronted what's his face, and then we pretty much were like, we're tired now, we're going to bed. And that's about it, if I remember.
Sharp Eye would have been like, by the way, we got this contract from this guy. We need to go back to the city.
Turn this bitch around.
Turn this bitch
To
around.
bait you around.
Okay. All right. Is there anything that you want to accomplish over your long rest or during downtime?
I am going to make. I have 70 something ammo. I might just make more fucking revolver rounds.
Okay.
Did we discuss if I know how to make magical ammunition or just regular ammunition?
You only know how to make regular ammunition.
I heard.
All right. So
Give me a second.
turn this bitch around. Bloop.
Oh no. I only make 11 cartridges.
Oh, cool. Dope.
Because they were distracted, they gave over the contract.
Probably.
So
Oh, that's a long walk to the sinking city.
once the ship turns around and the Leoman's tiny hut is established, to end the evening, Elias looks around the ship looking for a floor or walls of space considerably large enough to where he could conjure a door in it.
What the
Yeah, there's a below deck. There's certainly space where you could do so. There are a couple of semi-private chambers, separate from the crew berth, that usually the party sleeps in.
After taking a leisurely rest, the equivalent of a short rest, just listening to conversation interchanging, and he sits atop the deck with the party, listening to everyone talk, making his observations. But then as he grows physically tired to the point where it's time to retire for the evening, he gets up and goes, well, this has been quaint bonding time. I'm going to retire for the evening. Unless you all are paranoid that someone's life is in danger aboard deck here, you're welcome to join me, if you'd so choose. And he goes below deck and casts Magnificent Mansion.
Elias got the mansion too.
Clyde clears his throat uncomfortably when you mention about other people's lives, and after a moment, he will follow you.
And he's specifically referring to the conversation you all had that Kotom's life is in danger from Tyax.
Not where my mind was.
Not mine either.
So he goes down there, swings the door open, and walks into the landing space of at the base of a pair of stairways inside of a magnificent mansion.
What theme is the mansion? What does it look like?
Well, if the party chooses to enter and get an eyeful, it's like walking into the welcoming area of a mansion where there's like the floral arrangement in the center of a large open space, two stairways go up along parallel walls to the higher floor with a balcony overlooking the entrance door. A hallway beyond that, a corridor of many doors, similar to like if you were to look at, the House of Clue, how there's so many doors in just that one common corridor. And the finer details of it, everything is like a red marble slate, very much inspired by like Roman architecture, but with elements, themes, and accents that you would expect from a Devil in Hell. You have these roses in the floral arrangement at the center that seem to just drip blood, but as it hits the floor and disperses, it almost like sinks in or precipitates away. You have art of him, portraits, oil paintings along the walls, a glass ceiling made of panes overlooking, or actually underlooking rather, a red stormy sky.
Oh, I know that sky.
A little more darker and reddish compared to my master's home, and a lot more portraits of this one here.
You seriously put your mansion in a furnace?
Huh?
Of all places?
He turns. It's what feels like home nowadays.
I'm sorry, Clyde, I interrupted you.
It's fine. Well, appreciate your invitation. But as you know, we're new to your home. Where exactly could we stay?
This place changes to my liking.
Sharp Eye opens the door.
He looks at the door just as you grab the handle and he points. You open it. And as you walk in, you see a large bed, red draping curtains surrounding it, a fireplace, a workstation desk, bookcase. There's a there's a little bell there, right next to the bed, hanging from the ceiling like a silky rope. Room service is included.
Included. Well,
Don't ring the bell. Don't ring
kind
the
of,
bell.
kind of makes me miss his Quincy's mansion.
If you
Quite
walk into
anything
the
is-
room, you find a master bath behind yet another door.
Too many amenities for me.
If you prefer barbarism, please feel free to sleep on the deck.
Does
You were gonna
everybody
say?
join?
Oh yes, anything is better than being in hell for any amount of time. This is perfect. I love what they've done to the place.
I very much agree.
Well, I mean, I'll go as well. But should we talk about, I guess, well, now that we're in here, should we talk about how we're going to handle this whole Kotom and Tyek situation?
Oh heavens, he flicks his hand and the door shuts behind you.
I would imagine I close the door behind or saying anything.
I don't have any ideas on what to do about the whole Tyaks or whatever situation. I thought maybe I could like isolate Kotom and talk to him telepathically, maybe. But he seems like the kind of guy who do nothing to stop Tyaks.
Correct me if I'm wrong. Is Kotom is our technical way, like, out of here after we do the business, right? So, more inclined to keep him alive. If we didn't really need him, then I wouldn't really care. Let him duke it out. But we kind of need Kotom.
We need Kotom.
It is
Yeah,
as they
as far
say.
as you're aware, the barge is controlled directly by Kotom. There's a crew and all of that, but it is his barge. Pardon, Quincy, go ahead.
Not at all. It is as they say. Keep your friends close and your enemies closer. Perhaps Kotam is keeping Tyaks around precisely because he senses the danger and would prefer to have him in close than to have him somewhere that he does not understand. Last time, I have formed a hypothesis. I asked Tyaks who was his favorite member of our group. And, well, he services the god of lies. So whoever he says is his favorite is actually his least favorite. And he said Cece. And so my understanding is that perhaps he recognizes that the watermelon is an eldritch being from beyond and finds Cece's connection to it to be most threatening. If he is to attack us, he is going to go after Cece first.
Quite the hypothesis. I personally would voice that we don't necessarily do anything just yet, but try to bond with them a little closer. Maybe we can, if something were to smell fishy, maybe we can jump the gun.
Kotom literally just like hovers above the poop deck a couple feet with his legs like in like a meditation pose and just sits there for like. Has he moved at all after we saw him take that position?
Yeah.
Sometimes you'll find him meditating in different parts of the ship. Sometimes,
But
It's
it's
still
still it's still always like the whole like I am a master monk and just like floats above the ground a couple feet.
yes.
Gentlemen,
And whenever he directly looks at you, it is just as deeply disturbing as the first time he looked at you. He does serve Kellenvor, after all.
Gentlemen, please, let's have a sense of decorum here. This sounds like business conversation, and the demi-planar nature of this place becomes apparent as everything begins shifting and moving and morphing beneath your feet, and you find yourselves in a dining room. What would you call it? Like a banquet. Long table, everybody, chairs fly underneath you and knock you off your feet into them and scooch you toward the table. In front of you, all the delicacies of hell and the material plane. Right before you, with imps in closets walking around serving dishes.
Without even stopping to talk, because Sharp Eye doesn't need his mouth to talk. He like asks for the best steak they got and a bottle of whiskey, and just starts biting into it immediately.
What temperature do you want your steak?
Blue.
You want me to wipe its ass and clean its hose and put it on the plate?
No, medium rare.
Okay.
But Sharp Eye will then go. I think our biggest issue is not just like watching Tyax, but like warning Kotom and him going, I know. Like, at that point, should we intervene?
I assume if someone knows, then they're prepared for it, so it should be fine, right?
Yeah.
Put it this way, I have not intervened every time that you tried to bamboozle our party with your gun.
And you know what? I appreciate that, Quincy.
My pleasure.
Yet has he pulled the trigger?
Numerous times.
Yes.
Numerous times.
Yeah.
Oh, are we talking about me or Tyax?
Talk about you.
Because if it's me, I pull the trigger just cause.
Seems about right.
One moment, please. Who is? Oh, okay. Hold on. It's been so long, I have to go back and find it. Continue.
Clyde seems a little, I won't say uncomfortable, but like a little on edge, because clearly he's like in his butler form, but he's watching everyone get served, and he's not sure how to react. Like, I'm supposed to be up there serving you guys, but yet I'm here being served, but I also don't want to seem disrespectful. Well, really appreciate the hospitality, sir. What should I call you? Just by your name? Like, giving you a formality, I feel like I should call you something else.
Elias, Mr. Wands, whatever you want.
We're effectively business partners. Elias works fine.
Elias. Very well. So I guess now we have our situation finished over here at the Bodge. I guess what should we expect once we reach the sinking city? What's our plan here? What's the plan of action? What do you want us to aid you with?
Good, asking great questions.
Well,
What was his name? Barbados? Barbie?
Barbula.
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 That sounds like if Barbie was like a vampire.
Barbados.
So when we arrive to the sinking city, you all will stand out like sore thumbs. If you stick next to me and mind your business, you should do fine. We're gonna make our way to the upper crust of the city, find Barbula's brokerage, and eliminate him. It's as simple as
Just
that.
like that.
Just right
Just
then
like
and there.
You don't have anything like how many devils are under Barbula's command, or if he's got any guards, or if he's like, what if he's not working for Mammon, is he?
No, he does not work directly for Mammon.
Alright. Cool. I don't want an archdevil. I worked for an archdevil. They're terrible people. And also not someone you want like their direct attention on you.
believe you kind of sealed your fate with signing their contract with Elias here. I don't think that necessarily matters anymore.
I wouldn't ask for you to take a job you wouldn't be able to handle.
Well, it sounds like Elias knows not to take out or try to take out an archdevil. At least not yet.
Well, the question still remains unanswered. What trouble can we expect from Barbados? Does he think he's being targeted? What kind of hostiles could we expect? What kind of resistance?
To be fair, any soul baron knows they're always being targeted.
Mm-hmm.
The idea is targeting one such individual who has enough wealth to be significant enough to be worth the risk, while also being vulnerable enough to where we're not biting off more than we can chew. When we get there, he's gonna have devils and individuals under his employ, mercenaries perhaps.
I see.
We'll just have to kill our way through them.
Oh, okay.
So the imagine is just knock on his door and say, "Hey, we're here to kill you," and then just try to eliminate him there and there, right then and there.
We're gonna do so politely.
Okay. I'm just trying to find the plan of execution here, because so far it just sounds like we're to walk in, properly lie our way in, and then once we see him, execute him as best we can.
I'm so humble I am so humble not as to approach you with a pre-devised plan, knowing that you all are the professional assassins here.
Right.
And unlike other assassins who like to plan and choreograph, we are almost always freestyle improv assassins.
And that's the impression I got and prepared for.
Yeah, wait, professional. Yeah, but where'd you get your information on professional assassins? Just wanted to double check that.
Well, I like to say the Major Domo, but if I'm being honest, the grapevine thereafter the Major Domo.
But is there anything about Barbula themselves that we should know? Any abilities that they have, or some sort of magic, or do they have a large sword? You know, it might make it easier for us to carry out the assassination if we can prepare. Say if one of us had a contingency spell.
Well, you see. If only that were public knowledge.
I should have known.
Roll history.
I mean, come on, you gotta have a public knowledge, right?
If you expose a little bit, because this line of work's what my master would sometimes have me do as well. But I guess, of course, we'll do it, of course. But I want to know, like, what do you know of Barbados? What makes him so dangerous, and why he is being targeted by you?
Did your master ever have you just like work as a butler?
Yes.
Huh.
So, Elias, what you know of Barbula, other than his financial holdings, as it were, you know that he is a shape changer. You know that he is, at the very least, minimally proficient in both melee and magic, though not necessarily a master of either. And you also know, as you so rightly pointed out, that he is never alone. He always has lackeys of various kinds with him. And in particular, he is known for having a rather, let's call it sturdy, group of secretaries and assistants around him.
He's somewhat proficient in combat.
What
He's
do
not
you
the
mean
real
by
threat, though.
What do you mean by sturdy? He doesn't have a pit fiend in his retinue, does he? Oh.
Just a pit fiend behind the desk.
Now I'm imagining pit fiend with honkers out to there.
Yeah, they're quite he has got some attractive devils working underneath him. Though what counts as attractive for devils, your taste may vary.
I see.
Um,
I'm writing down hot people. Hot people work around him.
People.
I mean,
Work
that's
for.
what people with lots of money do. They
More
surround
so
themselves with
kill.
people they want to fuck.
You know what?
You're not wrong. You're not
Pretty
wrong.
privileged, even in hell.
God damn.
This is the realm of tyranny.
um,
Don't you attack my butt?
if I may, Elias, as a butler for my master, I would know better than to question your motives. But as your co-worker, why would this Barbus, whatever, need to be eliminated, and how does it benefit you?
He was not here when he explained this the first time.
How many soul coins do you have?
Jake.
No, it's 41.
Okay.
Like that's the number of the entire party. 41.
I guess I say that.
Precisely. That's my point. Soul coins are not easy to come by. Only people of repute and upstanding citizenship, we'll call it, at least as far as the hell standards go, are in the loop of soul coin trade.
Oh.
Now, there are barriers to entry to get into the soul coin trade market. Barons and brokers.
So basically, we move him off the seat. There's an empty chair waiting for you. Is that what I'm
Precisely.
getting at?
I need a vacuum.
Hold on.
Almost as though there are some people who are good at creating our vacuums.
Exactly.
Now I see why we were looked into. Makes more sense.
Mm.
Professional assassins.
Yep, like I said, I've been doing this for years for my master. I know a thing or two about it, better than question it.
I mean, I can definitely be a better assassin if I could turn this 9 lives stealer sword into something better.
Or make that gun get quieter. I don't know how you would do it.
I mean, you haven't seen what a sniper can do.
Yes, I have.
I have not. I'm interested.
I also have not seen it. I haven't even really seen your guns at work, honestly. I just hear it every once in a while. Bang, damn, damn.
Yeah.
Then like 5 more dams.
I mean, look, bang
Who's
is the good
drinking,
number.
by the way?
Definitely. Heavily.
Okay. Anybody else partaking of the booze on Elias's table?
Clyde is looking at it, but he seems hesitant to ask.
There's wine, I assume, like, just by praxis, wine at the table.
Wine and clear water.
Yes.
The clearest of water.
If there's a glass poured for him, he will drink it.
Joke's on you. It's not water. It's Everclear.
151.
It's water until
okay.
you sip it.
Yeah. So, if you're drinking, D100 for me.
Oh, okay. What'd you do?
We forgot about this mechanic, didn't we?
Yeah, we did. 59.
78.
Okay.
I like the gem I have for this dice. It looks transparent. Topaz. Cool.
I got like weird Aurora Borealis dice, and they haven't. Well, they failed me once today.
Okay. Sharp Eye, you are under the effects of Zone of Truth. And Clyde, you are under the effects of True Sight.
What?
If anyone is under glamour or magical disguise of some kind, you can see through it. You also can see how absolutely horrific the let's say spiritual entities that are assisting in this magnificent mansion actually are. Because you see imps and what were the other? It was imps and
Closets.
Closets.
closets. Yes, serving.
Wait a second.
And alongside the imps and closets, invisibly to your party members, you see what few twisted souls of the damned Elias has managed to broker in his time.
See his own family here.
Do I see the little? I mean, they might be inside him, but I'm curious. Do I see the little assistant for Raheem as well? Or are they like inside him?
They're inside him.
Got it. Okay, so I don't see that.
Yeah.
Every
No,
now and
you do
again,
not
okay, if I don't see it, every now and again, whatever a cat would do when they would just stare at the corner of the ceiling, Clyde would do that.
Yeah. He's Clyde's looking at ghosts.
Oh my god, there's hallucinogen in this wine.
Yes. So continue.
As per the rules of Zone of Truth, Sharp Eye knows he's under the effects of truth, right?
Yeah. Roll a wisdom check just to see if you think that you've had too much to drink or if you understand that it is a spell.
A wisdom
Just for
save
fun.
or like an insight?
Just roll insight. Yeah.
Juice, like, damn. Oh, that's a hell of an effect.
Nice.
Yeah. You realize that this goes beyond the normal honest amount of beer, honest amount of booze that one can sometimes have.
Sharp Eye realizes mid swig and goes, I think I'm done for the night.
Is everything all right, Sharp Eye?
I may have drank too much.
You drink?
Sorry. This is it has been a long time since I've had actually Dead South whiskey. I don't know how Elias got it. I'm not gonna question the fact that he did, but like, this is true Texas whiskey.
What the hell is Texas?
Place you don't want to go.
And Clyde tilts his head as he's actually looking around you.
they have
You can see like the ghost
terrible
smile because of the drinks.
While we're here talking about pressing matters,
I do have a question after you finish your statement.
feel free to ask your question.
How do you know all of us by chance? Like, it seems you know a bit more in depth of our history than we necessarily expose ourselves to.
I don't know about history. I know that I got word very quickly, as did many people, that Orishida was killed by the same group of mortals that were running around the second layer of hell. You know, you walk around and you think people aren't paying attention to you, but they're talking. Come to find out, Orishide is dead and you're running to the third layer of hell.
I guess that makes sense. I'm just surprised they knew my name before I ever met you.
Well, you come later. Let's just say I passed by the barge on the way to catch up to you all at the Dragon's Lair.
I see. That's my only question. Continue your statement.
I understand you all are looking for things here in hell, as mortals tend to do here. Doesn't look like you are setting up shop. You're after something. You know, when this job is done, if you would like, I have the means to teleport you to the fourth layer of hell. Compensate you for your time that you lost doing this job for me.
generous of you, but what will you do?
What will I do?
Mm-hmm.
I'll be minting soul coins, I think.
I'll be
mean-
doing
Business.
I'll be doing what Barbula does and more.
But better.
More profitably.
Hmm.
Ever met a loan shark turned stockbroker?
Fuck. Just when I think Elias couldn't get worse.
A soul stockbroker.
Mm-hmm.
If you would like. I mean, I'd be happy to do so out of the kindness of my heart if you've done a good job with the mission and I'm feeling quite amicable, but you can also get it assured in stone with a contract if you'd like.
I'm good with the contract. Just I know things of your kind. They always want more. I guess that was what my question was after you take the seat. Like, what's your next move?
I'm sorry, Elias, but Clyde, that's not our purview to know.
You're right. You're right.
And honestly, I don't care what he does next.
I respect your curiosity. And I don't mind sharing. Why else would what other goals would someone have after becoming a lesser baron? Become a greater baron. Climb the ladder. Get into politics. Rub shoulders with an archdevil.
Maybe overthrow one. I don't know. I'm not putting ideas in your head.
Very well. I'll say I'm gonna retire for the night. Whatever you guys need, just call me. Which way to the bedrooms, Elias?
Pick a door, any door.
I stand, just walk to the nearest door and open it.
You open it, and it looks very similar to Sharp Eye's room, but on the bed, you see just a little folded card sitting on the sheets, and a singular rose.
I close the door behind me, and then I walk to, open the card and look at the rose as well. I read the card first.
When you read the card, it says in red ink, "In good faith. Should you ever need a service, you know who to call." And then you see the initials EW at the end.
Ew. His initials are ew.
Yeah. Gross.
Ugh. Brother. Ugh.
I got a question. And it doesn't have anything to do with like the job we're doing, the fight, but like, does the rooms have to be so refining?
Well, be it far from me to offer anything subpar or uncomfortable to my guests.
I am used to the wide open space of sleeping under the stars. I'm not sure if you know this, but my friend Elias allows us to choose like what our rooms look. I don't know how he does it actually. This is Sharp Eye under the zone of truth because he can't hold himself back anymore.
Your friend Quinsu, you mean?
Yeah, my friend Quinsu, he like gave us the ability to choose the looks and feel of our own room, and mine was home. At least the wilderness of home.
Well, I think you have the added benefit of the spellcaster truly knowing you.
Mm.
But if
He does?
what you
You do?
describe is what you wish, perhaps you may find something more suitable for yourself when it comes time to retire.
Alright. Maybe. I think that's enough for me for the night. Sharper's just going to finish his dinner and then choose a random door and go to bed. Or at least as long as he can for a sleepless creature like him.
Hmm.
See a fancy ass hotel room when he opens the door, or does he see whatever it is Elias thinks a rustic sleeping arrangement would be?
Yeah, when the way he interprets it is when you open the door, you find yourself in plains, not a desert, plains. Short flowing grass, long enough to flow, but short enough to where it's not higher than your knees or anything like that. There's a carved out space amongst that grass, just dirt, with a campsite set up, and a glowing quarter crescent moon in the sky.
Better. Sharp Eye will then check his bedroll. There's no roses in it, is there?
No note, no calling card, no rose.
I think he'll just finally get a nice night's rest.
Maybe.
Any other special
great.
requests from you gentlemen? As he waves his hand and the room morphs again, but just slightly. The dinner table is cleared, and in front of everybody is a saucer of coffee.
Is there an after dinner mint also?
Damn it, I missed it.
A little warm towel?
Worry not. Magically decaffeinated as he sips.
Not bad. It's all placebo effect anyway. I could use a little bit of energy so that I can prepare spells for tomorrow. And, I actually don't think I mind the decorum of a different wizard. It feels like chef's choice.
You learn a
Chef's
little bit
table.
about each wizard when you enter their magnificent domain.
Correct. Well, I don't have very many questions. If I had any, I would have already answered them myself. Good night. And he sort of tips the saucer, takes it with him to one of the rooms.
Yeah.
He looks at
And
Raheem
Quincy is catty.
as
Yeah.
Quincy walks away. He just looks at Raheem and goes, "It's always the quietest one who thinks they're the best."
Who,
Yeah.
me?
There's a difference between thinking and knowing.
Just between.
The
Weird.
quietest one's always
Look.
the cockiest.
Interesting. Like, you two wizards are way smarter than me. I don't know. You can decide who's the better of the two. If we're done with business, then I'm also going to bed.
Hmm. Where did your robot friend go, by the way?
Seems like he went to go discover himself.
It's not like he's your fucking character.
Yeah, I wonder where he could have gone.
Well,
I'm sure he'll be back. Or not. He's free to do what he wants to do.
It's only a shame. I can do a lot for you all, but should you die, I'm afraid I'm not going to be the one to bring you back.
The last is the healer shit.
We're about to do a long rest, right? Tell us let's just this spells out real quick. Let me just get that notify. Yeah, I will actually do that. I will think about that for a second and be like, that is a good point. And I will go to my room, and before I go to bed, or I guess after the long rest, I will switch out the spell for Revivify.
Just for clarity's sake, when Asclepius divested himself of his worldly goods, did that include the diamonds that he was holding for the party?
It was only the gold.
It was only the gold.
And
Yeah,
the platinum.
y'all don't have any fucking diamonds. Just so you know.
Yeah, I'm thinking to myself like, oh, like I'll just, surely there'll be a diamond in the gold pile. We'll be fine. Let me just pick up.
Okay.
We'll be good. We'll be
Okay,
good.
Hold on, we got a fuck ton. You literally gave us 2,000 gold worth of jewels and other stuff in one of the things, and I wrote it down. I got 2,000 gold of gems in my inventory.
Of gems.
I just hope one of them is
I
a
guess
diamond.
you better hope that there are diamonds in there.
Yeah.
Really, we got a lot of gold. Yeah, there's got to be a diamond. Yeah, we're good. We're good.
Okay, cool. Cool. All right. So, do you all retire for the evening?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, lovely. Sharp Eye. You crawl into your bedroll and you feel... You never sleep easily. The weight of eons, it always presses down upon you. And some days, it feels like an anvil on a good day, sitting in your guts, pressing on you, reminding you of the passage of time. And on a bad day, it feels like the weight of the world on your shoulders, crushing you. It leaves you in a state of constant pain. You settle into your bedroll and close your eyes and breathe deeply of the prairie grass, flowers blooming in the distance, that sort of clear, damp smell that you only get after a fresh rain. It's dirt and grass and clean and sky and forever to the horizon. And as you fall asleep, you dream. And you dream of home. And you dream of family. And you dream of your brother. And as you dream of your brother, his face shifts beneath your murderous hands. And you dream of your friends, those that betrayed you and those that you betrayed in kind. Each of their faces sliding like watercolors, one from the next to the next to the next. Eons and eons of those that you've befriended and loved and killed and befriended and loved. And as you relive all of these moments, one after another, and the faces become less and less familiar, or more and more familiar, and you aren't sure who you're looking at or who you're killing or who's killing you. The throat beneath your hands is Rose's, and the face you look at is familiar. And familiar in a way that makes a pang in your heart for things that were not and could not ever be. And as you wrap your hands around her throat, You watch her die again, dissolve into a puddle of rose petals. The smell of the dried leaves and flowers deepen your nostrils and your lungs until all you can taste is rose and death and despair. And she dissolves into a crumble of dried petals. And then you fall into a deep, dark sleep for the rest of the evening.
Neat.
Clyde,
Mm-hmm.
you dream of flame and fire and burning and the smell of raw meat charring over fire and the feel of blood beneath your nails and between your teeth and sinew caught between your molars. Just red and burn and char. And when you wake, you cough into your pillow. And you find clouds of charcoal like you've coughed up. The breath of some distant fire. But it doesn't smell like a campfire. It smells of brimstone and betrayal. Quincy and Raheem, you both sleep really well.
Ah, beautiful.
Nice.
Why don't they get nightmares?
Was it trauma? Oh my god.
Come morning.
Yes. It's morning now.
Come morning. It's fascinating. If you only a curious mind would have seen it. There's like a ye old timey telephone on the bedstand next to Clyde's bed.
Like a
A rotary phone.
like a rotary phone? Okay, lovely.
He's been to many dimensions and many different universal timelines, and this is just a cute little antique he found.
You just hear a gunshot from Sharp Eye's room. The phone goes off.
The fuck? And with that, Clyde, it rings, and it rings, and it rattles as it rings.
I'm
Ring.
assuming this is after I woke up, a little startled, breathing heavily. Take a deep breath to gain my composure before I grab the phone, put it up to my ear. Hello?
You hear the slurping of a drink, likely coffee. And you hear him swallow and lick his lips, and he goes, you hear Elias's voice come through. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. Breakfast is being served at your leisure. However, I wanted to just quickly see if you were available for a 2-minute phone call.
Tet-tet-tet.
If you know what a phone is.
I'm familiar with them, but never necessarily answered them with another person before. I stare at the pillow for a moment. Yes, I
It looks
have a
like
minute.
you've coughed up a chunk of charred meat.
Yes, I have a minute. What can I do for you?
Perfect. You hear him hang up the phone, click, and then the room morphs, and you're sitting across his office as he's sitting in his study seat on an ink blotter with a pen.
Clyde isn't dressed. Like he's like wearing a loosened, buttoned up shirt. It's like over his pants. He's not seem professional at all. His like hair and fur are poofy.
Not an early riser, I see.
Pardon me, I wasn't ready to be seeing you right at the moment. I would have gone ready. What the?
Well, I'll make it quick. Breakfast is getting cold. It's not getting cold. I trust you got my calling card last night?
I did. I put it in my vest, if you're curious. Like wiping my lips to make sure there's no charcoal on there. Like, stand on it.
I can't help but notice both you and Cecilia seem hesitant to get on contract with me.
Why would that matter?
Well, you see, I'm motivated to operate through contracts to ensure quality assurance. Do you know what that term means?
Yes, but go ahead. Know what do you mean by that?
Well, I come from the material plane. I know the reputation that devils have. Hell, I know what the reputation particular humans have. And I'm fairly certain you're under the belief that the purpose of me offering you a contract is for me to have a leash on you. Control you. Maybe take something from you that you didn't expect to give. Like a genie or some shit. Is that my understanding of your perception?
That's what many believe up in the material plane.
Like a genie or some shit.
But if I were a real estate agent selling you a water-deep oceanfront property, you'd get on contract for that, wouldn't you?
Perhaps.
My point here is, if you're going to do this job for me, I would like to compensate you properly, and I would also like to have your guarantee on results. Right now, you're a free agent. You can do whatever you want, and that's dangerous to what I'm going after here.
You viewing me as a threat?
Potentially. You have the freedom to be. And I prefer predictability. But, hear me out. I think you'll find yourself benefiting well. And I say yourself because it will benefit the party as a whole directly. You see, the amount that is to be paid out to the party is to be determined at my discretion.
Mm-hmm.
If I'm feeling pleased, I will reward generously. But I have to say, Clyde, if the party's compensation takes a hit because someone peeved me, that would be a real shame.
Oh, snap.
Is he threatening you?
This sounds like extortion.
It's pretty
This is good old-fashioned
It'd be a
alliance.
shame for your party members to put themselves in the line of danger and waste valuable time, perhaps even lose a life, in pursuit of gold that wasn't to be.
Wow.
It would be a shame indeed. So, you believe that I should sign a contract with you for their compensation and protection?
Yes. Here's what I'm proposing. I need a co-authorship. Well, not authorship. 2 signatures. I'll put it plainly. If you and Cecilia can come together and sign a contract with me to join this job in a formal sense, I will guarantee a premium pay rate. If you alone sign with me, I'll give you your fair share cut, and I'll leave payment to the group at my discretion.
Anything else?
This is a back and forth. It's a negotiation.
And what can you do about this cure that I have on me?
That.
Or not cure, this curse that I have, that you are seeing in front of you.
What do you want done about it?
I want to find a cure for it. I want to be rid of it. It was so far, this thing that I have, this taste for blood, this kills many who I care for.
That is unfortunate. However, I'm not in the business of curses. I'm anything but a dishonest businessman. I don't know much about it, and I don't know who or what will help you.
If you manage to find a way for this cure, I might be able to sign this contract with you, but in terms of pay, I don't necessarily care for it. The only reason why I'm down here is just find this damn cure and turn back home. And as for the rest of the party, I will do my best to protect them, as is my duty. But your contract is with you for your compensation, and I do not know the fine print of it, but I just know that you both are, I wouldn't say liable to. In other words, the contract is more to keep one's word. That's what I hope for you being a dishonest, I would say loyal contractor, whatever words you put to. But I'm not interested in signing any contract, as I already have one in blood with my own family.
You don't believe you can have more than one contract in place?
No. More so that I'm seeing more destruction with this one contract, and I'm afraid that will fall into more chaos if I sign another.
Well, I hope your party is okay with your decision.
I hope so too. But I'm not 200% sure if they even trust me right now. This is my own calling.
Either way, I've stated my interest. If you are not interested in currency, then I suppose there's no point in discussing further. I was ready to have you name your price, but we can continue under our current circumstances, and I mean no ill will to you. I just hope that you're aligned with what your party and I are doing.
So far they are the only friends I've got. Whether they trust me or not, I'll stay with them. Besides, if I do change my mind, I got your card.
Very good. Just wanted to let you know. You don't fuck me, I don't fuck you.
Yeah, well, guess our really good enough as our word. And you have my word that I will not be fucking with you. You don't be fucking with my friends.
I don't mean in the sexual sense.
I don't either.
Good.
Now, do you have that coffee ready at the moment?
He picks up the phone. I have a call to make, and you just back to your bedroom.
I have a call scheduled for 9. I'm sorry. All right, excellent. And do you all partake of breakfast before returning to hell?
Why not?
Of course, it is the most important meal of the day.
Tis the most important meal of the day. I assume this is a full breakfast and not some continental bullshit. Elias would never.
Full English, full American, full whatever the fuck you're looking for.
Everything.
There's a can of beans waiting for you, Sharpa.
Beans and bacon. Some cornbread.
And a carafe of the big steel carafe.
Biscuits and
Coffee
gravy.
bubbling over the fireplace.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the one that tastes like mud because you took it out of the same water the horses were drinking out of.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. All right. You all have a lovely breakfast.
He comes out refreshed, but bags under his arm.
What do bags look like on Carapace?
I'm curious too. How do bags in the
Yeah, I was wondering.
No.
It's just he's discolored in a way that it makes him look sick.
Like
Good for
jaundice.
that.
You ever seen a bug start to molt?
He's a pale yellow instead of his normal like bright orange.
Mm.
Yeah, he looks like he's gonna molt. Moves a little stiffly. You feel peckish and irascible.
You walk out looking like hell.
His mandibles keep chippering together.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh. You
Was
catch
the
him
room-
rubbing his legs together at the table.
He's like sipping off of a saucer. Room not to your liking, Sharp Eye?
Oh no, that's not the thing.
You look worse than when we arrived here. Everything all right?
I might be close to molten again, so just don't freak out when I literally walk out of my skin.
I'll keep that in mind.
Disturbing.
He also might eat it afterwards.
It's normal. It is
Also disturbing.
tasty and a good source of protein.
No.
I'm
We
the only
out of
one
character
here.
stuff. Me and character, like, I wonder what bug tastes like.
Kind of tastes like
Crunchy
corn nuts.
and really salty. Yeah,
Yeah,
salty
like
corn nuts.
Yeah. That's been my experience eating bugs. Corn nuts.
Scorpions are crunchier than I was expecting them to be.
Crickets. Very crunchy.
Oily.
Yes. Also that. I'm a big fan of mealworms, personally. A freeze-dried mealworm? I've not been eating like lizard food, I promise.
This all sounds like lizard food to me. But
I mean, I
did
guess
not-
technically.
that scorpion was the
Um,
grossest thing I've ate.
You're the equivalent of Pumbaa cracking open the log.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, yes, satisfied.
Yeah. All right. So, do you have any business to take care of before you exit the magnificent mansion?
I think we're just traveling at this point. We just
Waste
gotta,
time.
just time, yeah. Just looking out at the horizon as it changes. Right. I think we got to keep out for a black dragon now. That might be a normal thing. Just like an ancient black dragon. Oh, great. Let's get this motherfucker again.
Oh, I'm sure we don't have to worry about that once we're in the sinking city. Otherwise, he might get shot down.
I don't think that's gonna stop him, honestly.
Yeah, no. I think he's got nothing to lose at this point. You know.
You might already be dead.
Good
Well,
point.
yeah. When was the last? Like, how long did it take? Remind me again. How long did it take from the last time we killed him? The first time, I guess. To when he came back. What was the time?
3
frame of
days.
that?
About
2
a few
days?
days, yes.
All right. So we'll see in about 3 days if he catches up to us.
Yep. You'll see whether or not the whole of annihilation Again, I'm gonna put that on my dating profile, the whole of Annihilation.
Just because
Um,
he's able to find you all in the ineffable trove doesn't mean he'll be able to track you down. I mean, if he knows to follow the river Styx, perhaps, but...
Yes. This is all assuming that he is not already dead.
You think the second time's the only time?
No.
Hmm.
The first time it might be a coincidence. The second time, then we have something to worry about. If he comes back twice, then we have a problem. If he only comes back once, not too worried yet.
So as you exit the magnificent mansion, you see that the barge has stopped at the mouth of a forking tributary off the river Styx. And this is the direction that one needs to travel to reach the city of Minaros, the sinking city. And Tayek says, "Oh yeah, glad y'all could join us once more. As you can see, we've got a bit of hairy traveling ahead of us today." He points, and you can see from where you are forks headed out in many different directions.
Oh dear.
Oh yeah, they don't make it easy to travel to the city. We can get there by boat, though. Just take a bit of crafty navigating, but the all-powerful Tyax knows all. I can get us there, no problem.
Can he?
Roll a d6 for me.
I'm almost interested to roll
Can I
insight
do,
on that.
can I do an insight? Do I trust this man?
Yeah, roll an insight check if you like.
I would roll
Inside check
insight on that.
everything he says forever now.
Yeah.
Same.
That's valid.
Damn.
Damn.
He worships the god of lies. Like, my god, we need to make sure he knows what he's doing.
Yeah, at first we could let stuff slide, but at this,
Well,
Alright.
if he's able to get us through this, you were asking for a d6 as well? I'll roll that.
Yeah, Oh yeah.
4.
Alright. Alright. So, Tyax is maybe 65% certain that he can get you to the sinking city. He is only 65% certain that he can get you there easily and in one piece.
You know,
It's been a while.
I'm willing to bet on 65.
What'd
Bet
you
how
roll?
much?
What'd you roll, Jen?
Okay, cool. I need everyone to make me a dexterity saving throw, please.
The
Oh,
fuck?
no.
Is it another giant metal piece of shit?
I don't have evasion yet.
Oh, no.
That's just-
8.
I have to stay very close to
18.
Raheem
God, I
at
hope
all
that
times.
saves. Oh no.
Indomitable. Might as well use it now.
You get a plus
Indomitable.
2 for my
Indomitable.
let's see.
Hey, natural
yeah.
20, Quentin, nice.
Who is standing within 10 feet?
Me, I am
That would be
definitely
too.
always
Yes,
strangely hovering around Raheem.
why are you all running? Get away from me.
Go away.
Go
Gosh.
away.
Go away from me.
As you're standing there talking to Tyax and sort of debating his efficacy as a first mate, a dark cloud appears above the barge. And you think at first, you're like, God damn it. Is it like exponentially shorter every time we kill Ilfric? This gay German dragon gonna show up again? And as you look up, you see the swirl of storm clouds above you.
Oh no.
Not again.
Not a.
And
Well, that's what I was gonna say.
it stretches 300 feet in radius above you. Dark gray and red and streaked with sickly bands of yellow. And as it
God.
swirls, you brace yourselves for lightning, for thunder. And instead, you hear blink, 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 blink. as hailstones the size of your fists start falling.
Oh, God.
I don't think that makes a plinking sound.
It starts as blinking and then
Crash,
it
crash,
becomes
crash, crash.
Yeah. Just
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
What's going on? What's going on?
Exactly. Small hailstones at first, and then larger and larger.
It's like this is a
Um,
bad.
You're like, oh,
Wait.
this is fine. This is fine. The DC is 18,
Okay.
so
I'm within 10 feet of Raheem. He gives
Uh-huh.
us what?
Don't use me as like some scapegoat. I mean, +4, but like, don't use me.
so everybody except for
Me.
Sharp Eye. Why did you roll? Oh, you'd used Indomitable. Okay.
Maybe.
So Sharp Eye, you passed with Indomitable, and assuming you're within 10 feet of Raheem.
Thank God.
Quinsu, you're like, ah, fuck, this gay dragon is back again, and you just like hide under a fucking barrel. You're like, nope. Raheem, you fail. Clyde passes. And Elias, you also fail, even if you aren't directly next to Raheem. If you have failed, you take 38 slashing damage
Oh my
as
God.
these razor sharp hailstones fall from the sky. If you succeed, you take half as much damage. So if you succeed, you take 19 slashing damage.
For Elias, I'm gonna use my reaction since I didn't pass. I can't do no. I can't use my shield feat. I'll just use my reaction to allow Elias to roll because he's our client. I have to at least attempt to save his butt, but I take the 38 no matter what.
What am I rolling?
Reroll again.
Oh, re-roll. How kind of you, Raheem. 19.
Oh, you passed this time, so you take 19.
I tackle Elias out of the way, like, shit, he can't die.
You're like, no, I need my soul.
We're going to promise what you owe.
All right, who's not dead? Sound off.
You hear Kotam go. Very strange weather we're having this season. It's almost as if someone is targeting us.
Oh, great.
I'm just picturing that this is Clyde, how he's avoiding the rain. Because I have evasion. It just...
Yes. If you have evasion, then you don't take any damage.
Yeah, I just busted it out again.
As long as you succeed.
Imagining Clyde just dodging.
Yes.
So Raheem, you are too kind, as he pats himself as he gets up from being tackled to the floor.
I'm in so much pain.
Oh, that everything hurts.
Oh.
I guess I should roll for let's roll for Tyax. Let's roll for Colton.
See, Sharp Eye is gonna roll up a cigarette and just light it, and that's him spending a key point to do a d6 of healing.
Cool. So,
Like a morning in hell.
Tyrax actually saves. He rolls, and he's a little dude. He's a little halfling guy, and he rolls and tries to hide under the same barrel as a Quinsu, and then notices that a Quinsu is in there, and he's like, well, "This is my barrel." But keeps rolling.
I don't see your name on it.
Look closer.
Sassy
You see it carved on the inside. And you're like, ah.
Everything that it can be carved. With
Oh yeah. Yeah, anything that can be hidden inside, he has carved his name on. So he saves Kotam. He's just like floating crisscross applesauce on the deck. He doesn't even try to dodge.
There's like an invisible force field around him, just the stones flying around him.
Oh no, he takes the damage and just sort of shrugs it off.
Did he choose to fail? Oh.
Huh.
Huh.
He's a boss.
You know. Yeah, priest of Kelemvor. Weirdos. Tyax crawls out from underneath the coil of ropes he ended up in after Aquidzu took his favorite hiding spot. Dusts the ice off of himself as you watch the storm cloud swirl and move in a random direction. It is very clearly to any of you who are magic users that this is not a storm of natural occurrence.
There wouldn't happen to be someone else who has beef with you, would there?
Who else?
If he's got beef, tell him I'm a vegetarian.
I'm fucking scared of him.
God damn it.
You're welcome.
Inspiration.
No, not that I can think of. I don't think we made any enemies at all.
Yeah, not that I can think of besides, the dragon. And unless he's starting to just, harass us remotely.
And that one devil we killed, and the other devil we killed, and that other devil we killed.
How many devils did y'all kill?
Quite a
No
few.
one I'm familiar with is that one in the swamp.
We are dead, so pretty much everything is a devil.
I'm
What
no
do you
longer under the effects of Zone of Truth, right? Cool.
Correct. It was just regular Zone of Truth.
Regular Zone of Truth. Alright.
I went to my true sight.
Same thing. It would have faded by now.
I'm gonna call that a hellstorm. But it's spelled, you drop one L and put an I next to the E and the second L.
A hellstorm.
Holding the Staff of Power and staying suspiciously close to Rahim, I will remain ready in an action to cast Wall of Force as an umbrella above us if ever bullshit like that. If I see a cloud up here that shouldn't be there.
Okay.
I imagine the beginning of this when like, that storm's a little dark.
A Quincy becomes a meteorologist.
Why does these random storm clouds keep attacking us?
Just as
Quincy just becomes a pilot.
Wizard the Wizard, I believe if you were to create a tiny hut that would likely protect anybody who dove into it from natural disasters.
I suppose if it is a ritual cast, I can cast it now and we'll just have that tiny hut on the ship. If anybody wants to
Action ready. Dive into the hut.
Everyone just stares at the sky until they see a
He
cloud.
sees you like pulling out
Somebody's constantly on storm
Well,
watch.
dude.
I'll be honest, storms like that are not normal in hell. They're rare.
Oh,
I think.
they're like random, right? So like,
I mean,
very unlucky, right? So that
Yeah.
happened twice.
it's very unlucky. For that to happen twice, you'd have to have the worst luck I have ever seen. Like, you've had to roll like 3 or 5 ones in a row.
You do remember what I had just said, where if something happens once, perhaps it is a coincidence. But if it happens twice, then we have a problem.
Exactly.
global warming in
It
hell.
only happened once.
He
so-
says as he's preparing, he's ritual casting fucking tiny hut.
You still
Okay.
can't.
He's tracing the circle and he's like, move.
To be honest, I can't believe you're not doing that just because of like what creatures can attack us. Fuck, we could run into like a migrating flock of pit fiends for all I know.
Oh, well, I was thinking that even if
Things
that in
don't
bad
migrate.
happens,
Yeah,
it
that-
would give us some reprieve from the swamp until we arrive at the city.
Yeah, that
Families
does only
do,
happen
but
once.
they need to find a new fight.
Yep.
All right.
It's good.
And good as it passed. Let's just keep going, hopefully, and no more occurrences occur.
I swear to God.
Okay. So the barge, as the cloud doesn't dissipate. It just moves in seemingly random directions for a good 60 seconds before it dissipates. And when it dissipates, it doesn't fade like a natural storm. It just is there and then gone.
Classic.
Tyax maneuvers the barge into this winding, forking set of tributaries off of the river Styx. And it is quite slow going. You spend this whole next day very slowly moving through these narrow channels. And there are a couple of times that Tyax takes you down one, and then the crew, who, if you remember, is, I believe, LMNOP, they move backward. They have to row backwards because he's hit a dead end. And the person sounding to see how deep the berth is like, we'll go aground if we continue going this way. So he backs up and takes you down a different tributary path.
Can we use the guppy to be like a scout vessel?
You certainly could.
Shop, honestly, the way how things have been going, I kind of prefer if we tried to use the ugly guppy to get the sinking steady, but we don't know the rivers like he does.
We already got
That would be bad.
yeah, and we already got the barge into like whatever these river back and forth ways are. So might as well keep going with the barge.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Kotom, you're gonna have to navigate back to the River Styx, are you not?
Well, technically speaking, yes, but the way back is always easier than the way forwards. What is your question?
I leave it. I think after some time spent overcoming the challenges of the channel, he says, looking off into the distance at the city. Can we see the city from here?
From here you can see the edges of the city. You are approaching what appears to be a manned gate on the river, and past that is a straight shot into the harbor that holds the city. So there's built up almost a gate city, if you will. Drawbridge in the middle where they have to raise or lower a portcullis to allow you past. And it's not well populated. There may be a few outbuildings, but enough that a number of devils live here. And it's thick chains made of infernal iron
Quite literally
that hang
from
down
this
that will
position.
block your path. Yeah, so you can see it. You aren't at the toll place yet, but these rocks here are the edges of a gate city. So you're maybe an hour and a half out from the toll gate, the chain gate, and then past that you can see the city on the horizon.
And it looks like it's going to take quite a while to get to the city past the toll.
It appears to be a much smoother sail once you get past the toll. It is just like one channel into an open harbor past the
I
toll.
see. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
You make me a survival check to see if you can estimate how long it'll take. Or history, if perhaps you've studied the topography in preparation for your coup.
Maybe like an investigation history check.
Yeah, you can roll roll it. Okay, yeah,
Well,
there you
like,
go.
to be fair, I rolled a 4, so whatever my bonus to history would be, it'd be a 9.
A 9. Okay. Okay. Um.
Yeah, I'm not like on
You
the
probably
crow's
won't
nest
take-
looking out. I'm not.
Yeah, you're just sort of like, huh.
I just
Probably
wanted
like-
to see if I could see it, and if it's like on the horizon, or if it's like obviously gonna be rough, or if it's gonna be easy. But
It appears to be smooth sailing, and you can see it on the horizon. So you're like, yeah, we should be there. I don't know, any day. Shouldn't be too long. But you can't be more specific than that. Because past the chains at the toll gate, that's the order those words go in, is a pretty straight shot.
we're gonna have to pay the toll, though.
How much
Gotta
is
pay the
that?
troll toll.
We could always kill them. I
To
mean,
get
what?
to the boys' hole?
What was that equal to?
Nothing?
But of course,
Nothing.
I would have accounted in my planning for the toll.
Mhm.
Of course.
So as you continue through, and you approach the toll, roll me a d6.
5.
Okay. As you are approaching this gated toll, you hear piteous screams coming from the shoreline. A huge bowl formed from smooth obsidian is surrounded by half a dozen devils that push back creatures trying to escape from it. Enormous elephant-like devils stand impassively as guards. There's a massive obsidian cauldron a little off the shore before this, within the bounds of this gate city. And you see pain devils, and they've got long push poles, and they are pushing lesser devils and other creatures back into this cauldron.
Sucks to be them.
Yeah, good thing we don't got to deal with that.
You hear Sharp Eye telepathically.
Help me. Help me. I've been trapped here so long. I can promise you wealth beyond your wildest imaginings. Save me from these wretched creatures.
Do I have to roll a wisdom saving
Yes,
throw?
please.
Yeah, yes, please.
God damn it. Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh, yeah, you want to go. You want to go. You're like, treasures beyond my wildest imaginings?
Does the +4 from standing next to me help? Surely
Does
an 11.
No.
Yep.
No.
I mean, it helps a little, but you still don't pass.
Think about it.
Everybody
Yeah, you do
sees
think about it. You're like, huh.
It gets a wild look in his eye, and he goes, "We need to stop."
What do you mean we need to stop?
What do you mean? Yes.
What do you mean
we're
we
here.
stop?
We could profit. We can profit here.
What do
You
we
all
just say about
hear-
Cyclops?
You all hear cries for help, voices promising wealth.
Sharper
Treasure.
scratches his neck, like a drug addict.
Hearing the cries of help, Clyde doesn't react like he needs to jump the gun, but more so, he tries to hide of licking his chops, because the cry of plea is an indication of weakness.
Oh, yes, and it smells like weakness.
Ugh.
It does.
Ooh.
if you look closely at the devils, there are 6 pain devils and 2 Maleficent nomads around the bowl. And you can't really see what creatures are inside the bowl, just that they keep being pushed down into it.
Why'd Elias do an insight check?
He's trying to see what you're on about.
Oh,
He want money.
Ow. Can I tell him it's not against my will? Or
You
it
don't
is?
know that.
I don't know that.
Well,
No.
Chopper,
No.
I disagree with going over there for the wealth. I believe we should keep going and fulfill Elias's quest.
Clyde is salivating just a little bit. There's a little bit of drool at one corner of his mouth. Yes, Dutch.
He leans over toward Quinsu and goes, Quinsu, what is your recommendation in this situation?
We stumbled upon something similar in the ineffable trove. It seemed as though there was someone who was in danger, but here it is hard to tell the difference between danger and a trap. Something tells me we should mind our own business and continue forward for either of these individuals. Sabotage our efforts to make progress.
Do you say that out loud?
Yes, of course.
I agrees with you.
I-
Yes, I agree with the Quincy. Please, for the love of God, let's get this out of here now.
Yeah, this is. Yeah, no, this is not really our concern.
Can I do an insight check to see if this is my own greed or not?
I'll let you do another wisdom save to see
Oh.
if, after listening to the logic of your peers, if you agree with them.
Clyde, actually, could you do me a favor and go stand next to Sharpeye?
What are you doing?
Oh, okay. I had rope. But yeah, you're right.
Don't worry, Shopify. This might be for our own good. Fuck.
Okay, one, I don't like being tied up. I know
no,
I got a
no.
lasso.
You're not gonna have a choice
Why
here.
would anyone do something silly like that? Tie you
Uh,
up. You have like
so
4
so we're
arms.
not.
Right, look.
Yeah. Stupid idea.
God, 13
Plus 4.
plus 4 is
Because Raheem is approaching you with a bunch of rope.
Sharp is going. I promised Cece I will not point my gun at teammates anymore. Please don't put ropes on my wrists.
Violet's ready to jump.
It
you.
will take all 50 feet.
That's true. He does have a lot of wrists.
Oh my gosh, let's just make this easy. I use the staff to use a wall of force and put them all in their own little box.
Oh, well, Sharp Eye succeeds and no longer and agrees with your logic of not stopping.
No, we'll keep them there just in case.
Put him in the box with the rabid wolf.
Yeah.
No, they're each in their own box, so that's why I put them next to each other so that I can have I can arrange the 10
I
panels
see.
in such a way that
Oh, okay.
So they're literally like mimes in a box.
Exactly.
correct.
Excellent.
Nothing-
Clyde, it becomes much easier when you are in the box because all you can smell is your own damp fur and you can't smell any of the like fleshy bits of your companions.
Thank God.
Yeah. This is the only time you're like, wow, I'm glad it smells like wet dog.
Can Sharp Eye's mental connection go through the wall of force? I can? I can't hear Julian.
Hear you. Yeah, I can hear you, Julian.
Oh, hello?
Oh,
Yeah.
that's
Okay.
That was strange. Yes, of course it can.
Well, at least I'm not entirely alone. Can I get like I list out a bunch of items that would be in my room in your magnificent mansion, but it's all just stuff to make ammunition.
Sure, I would use my conjuration ability to recreate the bullshit that you want.
Doesn't the stuff you conjure only last an hour?
Yes.
Okay.
Also grows.
You just go through the motions of making ammunition with fake shit, and you're like, ah, hell yeah. Ah, hell yeah. Look at this fancy ass glowing ammunition. And then after an hour, it disappears.
Ah, fuck.
So, you ignore the bowl. You box up your turbulent teammates and make your way towards the toll plaza. As you make your way towards the toll plaza, you see two chain devils. And they are chained to the side of these towers, almost in such a way that they appear to be grafted to the towers. And they are the guardians of this gate. And the one on the right says, "Halt! Pay the toll before you can pass, or go back the direction you came."
Hail. What of this toll?
The amount of toll?
Currency.
The one on the other
amount.
side. The other side says, "Philip, you dumbass, you're supposed to tell them how much they have to pay."
Pay the
Stacy.
toll!
Philip says, "Yes. The toll required is 3 soul coins."
Oh,
Not that much.
Sounds like we have enough.
yeah, it's not
To
that
pay the
bad.
toll and to continue forward.
Are we out of Wall of Force by chance? I missed it.
No,
Will this be
Nope.
compensated by a contract, Sir Elias?
If possible, I will add this to the amount.
All right. Can you make things pass through the wall of force?
No,
No?
nothing can go through or Wall of Force now.
That might be a little bit of a problem.
you have one of them.
Yeah.
I got a hold of soul coins.
I think if I'm correct as well, is like even if you try to go through the ethereal plane, you're still blocked if you're in the Wall of Force.
Right,
Yep,
but you
that's
can,
how securitas.
so I will teleport inside of the wall of force. And
Wait,
Oh,
teleportation.
yeah, you try to take
oh
the soul
wait,
coin?
shit! No, I fucking forgot.
I'm like,
You
quick,
take
you
the soul
win.
coins and just hit it back.
As soon as I hit the deck, I lose concentration on wall of force.
Yeah. So Quincy just has 3 soul coins in his palm, and his palm is pinned to the deck.
I'm gonna walk over and grab the soul coins, help a Quincy up, and say thank you for the Wall of Force. I don't know how time's been caged. Thank you for that.
I'll
I
be
raised
honest.
soul coins.
I'll be honest. I genuinely forgot you can't hold one of these.
I also genuinely forgot that I can't hold one of those.
Give me the soul coins. Ah!
Elias will remember this.
Oh, God,
Stacy
please.
has a basket, like when you go through like a toll plaza and you just have to throw your quarters in and hope you don't miss.
Mhm.
Stacy has a basket.
Are you kidding me?
Give him here.
I can run up there and throw them up there.
Oh, all
We
right.
we just
Throw them.
encountered the difference between intelligence and wisdom.
Yes. Like, I have a solution! Ah, fuck.
I would actually, given my monk abilities, I would actually visibly rush over there, drop the coins in the basket, and run back down.
Yeah, up close, it is very clear that Stacy is female. Because bare devil titties. As you deposit the coins, the chains that are blocking the way, the gate, they come to life almost. They are animated by the 2 chain devils attached to these towers as they control them and raise them up like tentacles so that the barge can pass beneath. And you are here. And you make it into the bay.
How much was the toll again? 3?
3
3
soul
soul
coins.
coins. And as you pass through the gate, the chains slide down and slosh into the water of the river Styx behind you and bar the way once more.
We're gonna have to pay that
And you
toll
can
again,
see
aren't
another set of chain devils on the other side.
Kotal's not
Elias.
gonna leave.
Are we gonna have to pay another toll, Elias?
Likely so.
Ah, these greedy bastards. Alright.
There's money to
They
be
are
made
devils.
in the great sinking city.
Mm-hmm.
we? It's a toll. You don't care about tolls. Always pay a toll. It's not worth the
Mhm.
fight.
Yes. But you learn nothing from the 3 Billy Goats gruff. So, as you make it into the bay outside of the sinking city, it is the end of the day. And Kotam and Tyax and the crew will continue navigating the bay by night if you all should wish to retire. Do you intend to stay up and watch them navigate into the city, or shall you retire to your various magnificent mansions, or simply to the berths below deck?
Hello.
I think that depends on which wizard's gonna cast Magnificent Mansion if he wishes.
I will not be casting Magnificent Mansion tonight.
Mm-hmm.
All right, well, I suppose we can take turns. Wait until you see what my magnificent mansion becomes.
Mhm.
And I suppose we'll go below deck and slowly cast and create a door, which, unlike Elias's, which he controls seemingly the totality of it, this is just a portal to one of the establishments of the Oracle of Lys's Dancing Dragon.
Yes.
Oh,
It's the flagship location in Waterdeep.
I haven't been here in a while. You must be a big fan.
Absolutely. They recently opened one in my hometown, and I've always wanted to visit all of them.
All
It
of
turns
them.
out it turns out they are on multiple planes of existence. That is
Mhm.
one of the reasons why my teleportation magic is coming in handy.
Is it true that at each location you visit, they have a dedicated mug with art of that specific location?
That is my understanding. There's also a punch card, which if you go to each of the locations, you can qualify for discounts.
There's also a squished copper machine. You can go in and you put in a silver. You put in two silver and a copper, and you crank it, and it cranks out a squished copper that's got an embossed image of the different locations on it.
It's got the embossed image on one side and Leoric's face on the other side.
Yes. Yes.
In any case, when we all retire to our original rooms, they will have retained their appearance, and so this will be the first time that our new friend will have chosen a room.
Yes. Yes. There is as tradition, the canonical kobold band in the bar room. This one is polka themed. There's an accordion. They're wearing lederhosen. Inspired by my trip to the German restaurant this weekend. I do not recommend a schnitzel. You don't know what it's made out of. But the spetzel, quite good.
Okay.
What would you like to do? Would anybody like to accomplish anything before they retire?
Quincy.
Yes.
Sharp Eye approaches you, and he's got a. Hold on, I have to remember what the stone looks like.
Oh God, please, no more soul coins. He's bracing.
He looks like, but he's got. He's got a rhomboid that looks like to be made of. It is an alternating color of black and white stone, like almost striped. And he goes, This is an Ioun Stone of Fortitude. I know you're not like very high in Constitution, so this could be very helpful to you if you got like the slots. Whether you
Space
choose
for
to
it.
use it, if you got the space for it. Whether you choose to use it or not, I don't care. But like, I want you to keep it. And
All right. I suppose I can keep it among the trinkets that I have slowly collected over my time in hell. Though I'm not sure that I have the attunement slots for it.
probably, but this will increase your Constitution by 2 when you use it. And I point to my own Ion Stone that is flying with the same orbit that the rim of my hat has.
Mhm.
And it's like right at the edge of the rim of his hat, whether it's got like folds in it or not. And I got my own Ion Stone of Insight, which increases my wisdom. I feel like you can use the most fortitude.
All right. Well, I very much appreciate it. The nice thing about having summons is that they get to take the damage for me much of the time, but in the event that something were to happen, a stone such as this might come in handy.
Yeah, this will help you keep those summons in this realm longer, right? Or at least longer when you get hit. If you get hit, now that I think about it.
Yes, that is the point. The ability to teleport means that I'm not typically in harm's way if I can help it. But I'm pretty sure I can come up with a good use for it. So thank you either way.
No
The
problem.
sentiment is appreciated, but let's put it like that.
There's something. This doesn't come with or this does come with a caveat. I
Alright.
want you personally, whenever we find gold, potions, something, I have an inkling that I will try to take all of it. Do not let me.
That is a strange request. So if there's a time that we are in encounter with treasure, you do not want me to let you take the treasure.
No, let me take a share. Don't let me take all of it.
All right.
Don't let me
Do
take
you-
all of it.
Do you have a preferred way of keeping me from, or me keeping you from taking all of the treasure?
I mean, using that, you literally stopped me today from making us go on another wild chase for gold. I guess
Yeah.
if I'm pushing too hard to get treasure, or like if something don't mention gold or fucking money or soul coins or anything or magical items, if I look like I'm getting too bullheaded, Pokeball me.
Pokeball
Alright.
me.
With your consent, I will choose to Pokeball you anytime that you are getting ahead of yourself.
All right. He'll reach out his one of his larger hands for a handshake.
He studies the hand carefully to see if there's secretly a soul coin in the hand.
No coins. He doesn't have anything on his wrists.
He then shakes the bug's hand.
It's just like a four-fingered, one-thumbed carapace thumb or carapace hand.
It would have just been a funny prank if you were to try to pull one.
You know, it'd be fucking hilarious if I did. But I'm trying
next
to
time.
be better. Maybe next time.
I would not take it personally. I would probably find it funny once I pull myself off the ground.
Really? Don't tell me that. That may encourage me. And I'm a next level up proficiency in sleight of hand.
Oh no!
Just for
slipping
pranks.
things into my pockets.
Oh gosh, you put a soul coin in his pocket and he can't get out of his seat.
Clyde's gonna walk up to the bar after witnessing his feelings. He's gonna go like, Macallan 12, double shot, please.
The bartender on duty tonight is a slender half elf, dark skinned, a rather rakish goatee and mustache combination, long curly hair pulled back into a ponytail. He says, "All right." Pours it for you. Seems like you've got a lot on your mind.
You have no idea.
You'd be surprised. Sort of things I hear in my profession.
Just experiencing a lot of emotions that I would rather not be feeling at the moment. Bloodlust, hunger. Just rather get out of my mind.
Well, in that case, I could offer you something stronger than that.
What do you have?
Well, what are you in the market for? I can offer you more booze, a more liquid kind of comfort, or something of a more alchemical nature. If you're of a mind to it.
Clyde turns to alcoholism.
Potentially even drugs.
Surprise me. I'd rather feel anything else besides this guilt.
Ah, understood. Well, he pulls a dusty black glass bottle, faceted, from beneath the bar. The cork is topped with a silver sphere filigreed, and inside the filigree of this sphere is a single red gem that rattles as he pops the cork and produces a tall, thin shot glass stemmed. Takes out a slotted spoon, places it on top. Little cube of sugar pours out from this faceted black bottle. And you expect for a moment for it to be green. You think, oh, this is absinthe. I'm familiar with absinthe. My master had this in his bar. I know, I'm prepared for this. And what he pours out pours like oil. It is black and rainbow slick as it melts the sugar through the slotted spoon and into this tall, thin glass. And he slides it across the bar to you.
Cool. Immersion-wise, I'm gonna pour myself the shot.
Yes, for immersion.
Okay. For immersion, clearly. Yeah. Anyone else? As
Elias will just
Ethan immerses
politely-
himself.
Anyone else worried about our dog's alcohol problem?
I'm surprised he didn't trade away that guilt in the ineffable trove.
Okay, I'm back.
Okay, one, do not mention that to him. I'm pretty sure he would take that deal.
If he would have, he would have already.
I mean, I believe that makes you weaker as a person, but whatever.
Personal opinions are just personal opinions.
What exactly is this, if I can ask?
You asked to have your guilt erased. You'll not remember for a while.
A coincidence. This place.
It's something from the Fey realms.
Actually, that answered my question.
Very well.
Did you just put a sleeping pill in alcohol?
Something along those lines.
Wow.
You know that the Fae are very well renowned for making mortals sleep for long periods of time.
As I drink it in real life, Fly drinks it.
It tastes you brace yourself because you expect it to have that burn and acid and bitter of alcohol, and instead it tastes like the crispness of the first day of fall. And it tastes like a fire newly laid in a clean fireplace. And it tastes like mulled wine. And it tastes like
Pumpkin spice latte.
yes, but also falling asleep in your lover's lap. And you feel this warmth and crispness and the cleanness go through your body. And that's all you feel. And you, at least for the moment, the bitter memories are relieved. This one's on me for a hurt and soul.
I really appreciate this. You have no idea.
I've some. My name's Fabian. Next time you come by, ask for me if you need the same relief again.
Will do. Well, Fabian, I owe you one.
Not yet, you don't. I recommend you go to sleep before that hits you full force.
And I'll take your recommendation. You have yourself a good night.
And you as well.
I turn and walk to my room.
Thank you for the accommodation.
Elias.
Is there a particular door I should use?
Just pick a door that is not currently marked. On the front, there's a mark that's a little sigil that marks each of our rooms. But once you have picked a room, by the time you touch a doorknob, the doorknob will capture something about who you are and will project it into the room itself. So, just pick one that suits your fancy.
Quincy, do we get to choose the kind of symbols that represent our rooms, or do you choose that?
No, you get to choose. Yeah, you can use whatever you want.
Quaint place. I'll see you in the morning. Rest well. We have a big day tomorrow.
Hold on. What does your room look like?
Yeah.
He looks
You mean
at
that's
you,
the
kind
Baroque
of like
period.
taken aback, like, I see we lose our decorum the moment we step out of my mansion. And he opens his door, and he takes a step back, not going into the room, but rather to the side to let you all get a full view in. He goes, "Are you happy?" And perhaps it's the quaintness and the unexpected reminiscence of Waterdeep evoked to him from seeing the dancing dragon out of nowhere. As his room reflects his bedroom from Waterdeep. When you look in there, it looks like any lord or nobleman's bedroom. Plush cushions, luxurious fabrics. You have the vanity mirror, the little changing station with like it's like the foldable changing station you can put up.
Knowing that we were coming to hell, I thought that it might be helpful to have a little slice of home. It seems like you agree with me.
It's been a while. Anyway, if that's all you wanted to see, I'll excuse myself for the night. Thank you.
Mhm. And you audibly hear the lock turn as he closes the door behind him.
Like 5 locks go off.
Yeah. The knob, you hear the bar go on. He does not wait like a polite amount of time. He's like, oh, these fuckers. You hear him put arcane lock on the door also.
And he will behave and not molest anyone this night.
Glide, booty call.
All right. Anything
All right.
else?
Well, I'm going to retire for the night. Something tells me that it will be a big day once we arrive at this sinking city.
Mm-hmm.
Good night, everyone.
Good night.
Good night.
Sharp Eye's room looks a little different. Instead of a desert, it looks like the mountainside of a snowy Colorado mountain.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe overlooking like the Denver Valley.
Mm.
And then you just see like the bajillion stars up ahead.
Yeah. As you settle into your campsite, breathing the cold air, the millions of stars above your head reminding you of home, but in a way that's comforting rather than oppressive. You see a spot of red in the snow,
No.
just outside your campsite.
No, I don't. I don't see anything.
No.
No.
I'm not listening.
You can choose to investigate or not, but there is a spot of red, vibrant against the snow.
Vibrant.
Mm.
Calling you.
It's like all snuggled up in his sleeping bag and gets out and goes. He's just gonna just talk out into the wilderness. Did I do something? Was it? Do you think it's my fault? Of course it's my fault. I got you killed.
You
What?
hear on the wind as you speak out. Deep sigh in and out. And you hear her voice. And she just says, "You can still save me."
Don't do that. No. I work best when I know I can't win.
Don't fool yourself.
He doesn't sleep. He makes ammunition for the rest.
Raheem,
Yeah.
You're not safe.
You're not
I was,
safe.
I was just hoping for a good night. I go into my room.
It is
I'm
your
gonna-
turn.
Gonna sleep out on the rocking chair on the porch. I had a good night's rest. I thought I was in the clear.
yeah, it is comfortable. It reminds you of home and hearth. And you do have a wonderful night's sleep. An absolutely beautiful night's sleep. But in the morning, when you wake, you hear the lullaby that your wife sang to your daughter when she was a baby. And it's just stuck in your head for the rest of the night. Rock-a-bye and good night. That's it.
It's a little sad about this.
Hush now, quiet now. It's time to
Mhm.
wake your sleepy
Little tear,
head.
kind of like a single tear, like drips down the side. And he's just kind of rocking there and sitting there, just moving in the right direction. You We need to speed this up.
Yeah. And as you think that, you spare a thought for Asclepius. What's happening to him and where he might be. Because you always assumed that when you rescued your daughter, he would be at your side. And now you're not so sure.
You know what you're doing. So.
Okay. You have a lovely night's sleep. If you would like to change any of your spells in preparation for entering the sinking city, you may do so. And we shall, as you wake, you have your breakfast, exit the magnificent mansion. You see that over the course of the night, Tyax and the crew have guided you to the docks of the sinking city. And it's not as large as this, certainly. And not as grand as Zariel's flying castle. It is massive as it spreads before you. A small layer of water covers the lowest parts of the city, ankle deep in places, high as 5 feet, and others. The stone and wood of the city is covered in a thin layer of oily slime. That same miasma that afflicted you so in the ineffable trove seems mortared into the buildings of this city. And you see a bustling dock. There are many ships into port here. Some of them are unloading crates of goods. Some of them are unloading humanoid cargo in chains. The city runs on an economy of souls. And whether the souls come bottled or in flesh, the trade is the same. You're approached as you dock by a harbor master, a pain devil wearing a monocle and a suit vest, like a little shirtwaist vest in purple silk with big gold buttons. It is ridiculous. And he approaches you. He says, yes. You should like to pay for berth at the dock?
Pay for berth?
Yeah.
That is how a dock works. Do you think that the slots on this dock are free? Does this look like Baldur's Gate?
And that question about that is more meaning questioning what's the how much
Oh,
cost.
I understand. Provincial, never been to the city before. I understand. Well, so if you should like to rent a dock for, say, 2 days. It's 1 day for 1 soul coin, or 5 days for 3.
I turn to Elias. How much do you think?
I don't foresee us staying longer than 2 days, at least not in dock.
3 days.
2 soul coins, then.
2 or 3? I'm sorry, I missed that.
Two. 2 for 3 days. I shall cut you a deal as you are with. He points the tip of his quill at Elias. Kindred soul.
All right. Pay him. Let's pay him the 2 and let's get this over with.
2 soul coins it is.
And what name should I put on the berth?
Kotom.
No. Oh, fuck. Shit.
Shapa, you have no motive in this. Elias, therefore with his Kotam, we pay 2 soul coins.
He tears off a little, like, perforated ticket, hands it to whoever it is, hands him the soul coins.
That'd be me.
You have a valet ticket for your berth at the dock.
Valet ticket.
We now have 37 soul coin.
Okay.
Quite refreshing for money to mean something again.
You'll find that money means everything in Monaros. Do enjoy your stay. I recommend that you check out the Bazaar of Flesh.
Thank you for your business.
Yep. I'm sure we'll take a good look at that at some point.
It's so aptly named in hell.
Yeah. I'm gonna navigate as best as I know how the city of Benaros to get us within walking distance of Barbula's base of operations.
Okay.
Whispering to everyone else, so it's like, is it like an on-site type of situation? Like we pull up and just, as Sharp might say, guns blazing.
I feel like there's probably going to be a little more. Maybe sneaking in.
I do agree with Shapa. We might have to sneak in, and more so, we only attack when Elias gives us the word.
Just making sure.
Well, for the record, I still have the ability to pass through walls. And so if we can give ourselves shortcuts, we can. And I also have the ability to use scatter, so if we all need to teleport into position all at once for a surprise round or something like that, we have that capability as well.
To pass through walls, like once more so feel for your safety, but I do agree.
It's important to remember how things work around here. You take out the guy who's paying the soldiers have no reason to soldier.
No, let me understand, Clyde. I'm not sure that you were there. I can create passages through walls. So we can teleport, yes. But if there's a solid wall here, then I can use a spell that will turn the wall into a door that we can walk through.
He can summon a hallway.
I forget you can do that.
Yes. And then we would all go in together and then we could all leave at the same time.
It's the most ridiculous just summon hallway.
I apologize, Ikuentu. It's more so you're our MVP, most valued player in this entire party, and it'll be a shame if you were to go down first before any of us.
Well,
That's why
true.
I grew up with son.
That is why I'm sending you ahead of me.
I'll be more than happy to take the hit for you.
As you all follow Elias's guidance through the sinking city, you pass by many a stall and shop. The city is beset by rain at all times, but there's nothing pleasant about this rain. The rain falls in thick drops, hot and oily, and it seems to linger on your skin. Like when you've eaten something that's really greasy and full of garlic and you have that taste cloying in the back of your tongue.
Asparagus.
Yeah. Just like a thick and heavy taste lingering on your skin. A suave looking devil, gray-skinned, 2 sets of red eyes set in their face, lovely long dark satin coat, almost winged, as they call out to you. And you can see, as they call out, their lips split in a red lipstick smile, rows of sharp teeth, like sharks. Travelers, might I offer you the services of my esteemed colleague? They gesture towards a slim, dark figure behind them, heavily cloaked. So very skilled in the art of disguise, of subterfuge, the art of subtlety. A very simple matter for them to impersonate. An enemy of yours? Perhaps infiltrate? Services don't come cheap, but I assure you that they are worth every gold.
Intriguing. How much for the pay, for one?
Only. It's gold. A steal, really.
How much
One more
gold?
time, I missed the gold.
1,000.
1,000.
Okay.
I whispered to Elias, it's up to you. This is your coup.
As much as I like to think I know you all, if you are assigned with completing this task, and if you feel as though you need his services to do it, that's to your discretion.
Then I believe it's up to Raheem, Quentu, and Shrapai then.
Can Sharpeye mentally connect with the person that they're selling?
Sure.
That sounded so wrong. You make it sound like they're a slave.
I also
Yeah.
want to do this.
They kind of are.
Can I do an insight check? I mean, it's probably, I don't know, just to feel like there's something up, or just how convenient, you know?
That was what
Yeah,
I was
please,
trying to do.
Shrapai. I believe everyone is a mercenary than a slave,
Oh,
and
yeah.
down here in hell.
Yeah.
Mine was
Never mind. I
lagging.
believe this guy.
Mercenaries
Yeah, you both believe.
mercenaries don't need barkers.
That
No,
seems
they don't.
pretty reliable.
However, they do have their own personality as well, and more so the person who's representing them is more so the leader who's trying to
Anyway,
So,
Sharpeye is going to reach out mentally to this
shutting
person
up
and
over
go.
my fucking submissive comment.
What? Oh, Sharpeye is going to reach out to this person and go, "Oh, Leander, I swear to God,
What is Oleander?
you're not on Leander.
No,
What's
I
your
am
name?"
not. Do you wish my real name or the one that I work under? One of them will cost you dearly.
Does this man talk for you in any way? The man who's selling your business, I guess.
We have an arrangement.
Can we cut him out?
Wish to cut him out of this arrangement. And as they cock their head, you see in the glint of wet light a completely smooth black mask. No eye holes, no nose holes, just smooth as glass and opaque. Well, it would be the height of rudeness to cut out my associate. He is much more compelling a figure than I. My specialty is in being unobserved, which is excellent for my trade, and terrible for business. But if you want someone murdered for a good price, you want someone impersonated to embarrass their business partners or catch a cheating spouse, I am the person for you. But if you have no use for my goods, for my services, for a clandestine murder or espionage, perhaps you pass on. But the price remains the same whether you go through Ilariano or you speak for me, Rosario. Either
Rosario.
way. Hmm.
Does Rosario tell us to all of us, or just Sharp Eye specifically?
Just sharp eye.
Okay.
I asked the person who spoke to us though. I have two particular questions. One, have they ever failed any mission?
No. My discerning gentlemen, they have not. If they had failed in their clandestine undertakings, they surely would not be standing here still. And what is your second question, dear sir?
Is there anyone they will not kill, or any place they won't sneak into? There are range. Essentially, is there something they won't do?
If my dear friend can reasonably assure you of success, then they will take the job. But they do have their limits. They are but one person. But if it is within their undertaking, they shall do so. And if it is not, they shall be honest about it. It's only good for business. So if you were to say, like, yes, will you impersonate the Archduke Asmodeus and march into the palace and seek an audience with Mammon himself? Well, I do not believe that he can accomplish that. But short of outrageous tasks of espionage, murder, or intrigue, Rosario can help. For a fee, of course.
$1,000 gold, right?
Indeed.
How long?
Until the job is done.
Can I get a sidebar with me and my companions real quick?
Of course, of course.
Bye.
Real quick. Are we hiring her to kill Barbula or to get us close to, and then we all can kill Barbula?
I don't think we should do either. This does not seem like a good idea.
You don't think we should get the extra help?
I think if you want something done right, you should do it yourself.
I mean, I partially agree. Disagree. The more the merrier. Not to mention, it's less more of a damage to us if she were help us. She's doing it for money, and
we can also just use her to gain intel on Barbula's. Quincy, or not a Quincy. Elias, you said a word, a mentory, or like.
A brokerage
more time?
is the term you're looking for, I believe.
Brokerage. We could get intel on Barbula's brokerage, and maybe like get troop numbers, where he is at most times of the day. A schedule would be fucking great.
Yeah, we just have to remember, bear in mind, we are not in Dis.
I do agree, Sharp Eye. I mean, your suggestion is the most appreciated to understanding this part of a schedule, but ultimately, this decision is up to Elias. He's the one who gave us a job. Elias, what do you think? Should we hire this person to help assist you to get the job done, or do you think us alone is enough?
I don't work with anybody who isn't on contract.
Guess that answers the question. Shall we continue forward then?
I turn. Good sir, I don't suppose you're looking to offer a contract.
A little bold, if I were to point out.
Fun
The
cook.
devil. They speak amongst one another.
Oh,
If we work together, I can draft something for you.
he holds out a contract, pre-written,
Oh no.
that just
Oh.
requires the names filled in.
Oh, no. You misunderstand.
Hold on. The devil just got handed a contract and he went, "Oh no. Are we not gonna?"
Oh, is that weird? Oh,
Shabai,
no.
It's not
Shabai,
like
would
an
you?
oh no. He's like, no.
Yeah, Shabai, would you kindly just close that eye for a moment? I agree with Elias here. You, sir, don't believe what my client or my master could actually propose to you.
You'll see that this contract is quite boilerplate. You, as in the party here, who's paying for the services of Rosario, for the insert task you wish them to accomplish,
I'm sure
agree to
you.
pay 1,000 gold in return for the accomplishment of this task.
I
If
assure you,
Rosario
my
fails in
master
the
can
accomplishment
propose
of this task,
something better.
well, would you perhaps like to hear our terms before you decide that for yourself?
I will look at the terms.
The contract is very standard boilerplate. The below signed parties agree to employ the services of one Rosario, in parentheses, doppelganger, for the length of time it takes to accomplish the task of their choosing. The task may include espionage, assassination, subterfuge, infidelity, pranks, and or theft
Infidelity.
of up to 2 million gold pieces. This contract is good until this task is accomplished or Rosario dies. If the party signed below is responsible for Rosario's death, they shall pay a penalty of 10,000 gold to Ilario. If Rosario fails in this task of their own wrongdoing, then the 1,000 gold shall be refunded to the party.
Do I read this along with Elias?
That depends on if Elias allows you to read over his shoulder. And if you can read Infernal.
I do read Infernal. I understand all
Okay.
languages.
Okay.
He would have approached, and with some expectation of privacy, he'll read it.
Mm-hmm.
And he'll say, I see here there are terms in the contract guaranteeing the quality of work.
Mm-hmm.
But there's nothing in here about side employment, co-employment, conflicts of interest, exiting the agreement. Is there any mutual indemnification in this?
Do you let Clyde read over the contract?
No.
Okay. I won't say anything then.
Ciao. So, if you Ilario flicks his wrist again, and a set of appendices appear. In the appendices, you see that once the contract is signed with Rosario, Rosario is solely employed by the below signed signatories, and cannot take contracts while under contract. Cannot take under other contracts. And is solely employed. And on these appendices, since you requested ways to sever the contract, the contract can be severed by mutual decision. Whoever decides that they wish to sever the contract before its completion will pay a penalty of 500 gold to the party, or to the other party. So, were Rosario to decide that they wish to sever the contract with you, they should pay you 500 gold in penalty, if you should wish to sever the contract with Rosario, you would pay a 500 gold penalty.
And adding to the appendices, it needs to be claused that he will protect in performing the job. He also needs to protect the party and never sway from serving the interests of the agreement.
Rosario will agree to never pursuing anything that will damage the agreement, will actively work in concert with the party if acted against aggressively. But if the party were to say, Rosario does not enter agreements to wholesale protect the signatories, because we have found that people who hire their services tend to get into scraps unrelated to the contract. But if in the course of completing the contract, violence is offered against you or Rosario, Rosario will act in defense. But if you decide to go fight Helga down the street because you'd like to steal from her, Rosario is not going to defend you in your act of thievery outside of the task that they have agreed to.
He's okay with neutrality in the clause, but focuses entirely on him not having any wiggle room in the contract to act against us actively or
yes.
by omission.
Yes. Ilario is mostly concerned with...
Bless you.
Goodness,
Bless you.
apparently my allergy pill has worn off. Ilario is mostly concerned with Rosario not being responsible for your safety. Because they have clocked you as being giant pains in the asses. But will not actively work against the party and will work in concert with the party to accomplish the task.
Very good. And should he break those clauses by any means, the repercussion?
Immediate annihilation.
Wow. I'm convinced.
Now that's a businessman.
As agreed.
All right.
I will not voice my opinion because I do not know the contract.
I'll just have to lie. Are you done negotiating? Pay? Or?
He takes the contract and says, "What do you think, all of you?" as he passes around the version with the appendices to the party.
Oh, you'll just hire everyone, won't you?
What the fuck? Elias, this is a devil. You hire anyone who's up to no good. Shut up.
Elias is also a devil.
Yeah, we're literally working for a devil, right?
And technically, Rosario is a doppelganger and not a devil.
Yeah, but regardless, I have no issue with this if it's going to help accomplish the task.
Being Elias,
The chances that this Rosario person is the person we are trying to kill because they are both doppelgangers.
Well,
That'd be a huge plot twist.
I didn't even think of that.
Real quick, something he would have also noted is that this contract is with both members of their party. So the person
Yes.
we're employing, but then also the marketing guy or the sales guy.
yes, they are both included in that. Yes. Ilario is not required to accomplish the task, merely is bound to the appendices of not working against your task and holding your agreement secret. With the same sort of penalties applied. But Ilario is not required to complete the task that Rosario is.
We will only hire him if you're comfortable working with him. But as far as I can tell, this contract is claused in such a way that's to our benefit.
All right.
Possibly even greater to accomplish your job for Elias here. Because something of risk is of value here. If you were to fail, I'm sure Elias wouldn't fail to put you and your whatever you're working for together to the ground. Go big or go broke. That's what they say.
We are devils of our word.
Indeed. Businessmen. Business devils.
So,
opinions?
for Elias, what do you think?
Quincy, your thoughts?
Well, I'm curious about the scalability of this matter. It seems as though we could hire quite a bit of people for the same task. What is to say that we should not go around parading this contract for countless others who could help us to complete a task? What is so special about this one?
We are in hell, like Quincy, and most of these people are up for money than and to make a name for themselves. And if they don't necessarily go big, they will not be putting a name for themselves to help serve Elias here. But if they were to fail, so I'm afraid their business would not be very fond as much of our ally here of Elias.
Sure,
Um,
but if we had an entire horde, dragon's horde worth of gold, what would stop us from just hiring 40 or some odd people or more to support us in the completion of this task? Why
That's
stop
the
with
ben-
one?
That's the benefit of hiring this specific person. We can entirely go to other people, but these people are approaching us.
I
Versus
gotta be
us
honest.
approaching others.
I just wanted to look at the map before I actually had to see the map.
So, Quincy and Elias, it's more so, shall we accept this person to assist us now? Give him his big pay when all this is accomplished. You make a big name for ourselves for what we know what Elias's job is worth, or we can finish Elias's job and encourage to others to make their big name for themselves through helping this big name for them versus these people helping us now.
If you do not object. Is
I
there
do not.
anyone among you who can perform reconnaissance?
I take out the 1,000 gold pieces. I will hand it to Elias. Look, we're here to do a task. Take this money and we can pay him if we need to. At the end of the day, I don't give a rat's ass what your motives are, your motives, his motives, or whatever. I just want to get this done.
I can perform
That's all that
reconnaissance for you
matters.
if you wish, Elias. But yeah, I do agree with Raheem. It doesn't give two shits who you give your money to. But it's more so these people are approaching us, and it's more about the name down here in hell to give the bonuses. They help us
Do
now.
you wish reassurance of Rosario's efficacy?
Elias?
I don't think I need it. You're bound by contract to complete the task, so I'm confident you can complete it.
Right. Well, if we can find someone that can get us a map, then perhaps that would actually be valuable. I'll agree with Sharpeye on that.
Throw in a map and you have a deal.
Of the city?
And technically of the place with whom we have business. So the lair or the castle or the fortress or whatever. I don't know exactly where they are, but
I guess you should know the target.
Well, once we
Barnabas.
pay them,
Only after the contracts are signed.
it's 1,000. I could sign if you want me to, Elias, to
yes,
take the full
I just want for them to
responsibility.
make a map of the place that we are going.
Honestly, this person decided to ask who we are going against versus they giving us the map right in hand. So if they give it, if we hire them, they might give us the targets.
Very well. Here you go, Raheem.
You don't have to convince me, Clyde. You already got my signature.
I
Good to know I
paid
got your hand
1,000 and I
Pie.
Raheem signed.
Wonderful, lovely. I will require that all of you sign, though.
Why all of us, by chance?
Because we're all.
Or you are working in concert, and I want you all to be held to the same responsibility as Rahim.
Oh, let's
Why
have
should I send my dear friend with people who could betray him at any turn?
Don't mean to discourage you, but our client, our master, is here, Elias. He's the one who hired us all. So, if you have his signature, you have all of ours.
I'll just sign the stupid paper.
No. All of you or none of you.
If
All
you
right.
really feel that way.
I sign.
I do.
No? Okay.
Everyone, line up as he passes a pen to whoever steps behind him first. A blood-letting pen.
Ilario and Rosario both sign.
Yep,
If,
sign.
as we are held to the terms of the contract, so shall all of you be.
So, do you choose like a new wound every time you want to sign anything, or do you like the same wound every time?
Ilario holds up his hand. There are 6 fingers on it. And you can see a permanently open wound on the index finger of his left hand.
Yeah, gross. I don't choose a new one.
And I'm just gonna roll investigation on the contract one more time, just to
I
see if there's
do
anything I
also
missed.
want to roll insight on this to make sure they're not holding back their contract, because they may write a signature, but doesn't mean they can forge a signature.
You watch them prick their blood and sign in blood from their own body. The contract, Elias, is uncharacteristically generous.
Okay.
The idea that you get is that these are people who have a lot of potential in their business, but perhaps do not have quite as many jobs under their belt. And so they are willing to do big risk, big reward to gain more reputation.
Called it! Sorry, that was out of character. I knew it.
Doesn't matter. If he fails, he dies. It doesn't hurt us.
Agreed.
Yeah. Yep, everything checks out. We sign.
I'll be the last one to sign the contract, but I'm eyeing Elias a little bit.
Sorry,
Greg.
do this.
Greg being
Did
misbehaving.
Greg time himself up or something?
He got his collar stuck in his mouth.
Oh, I know that feeling.
Damn.
Yeah.
God,
I had a cat named Bruce. He hated his collar.
He scratched the shit out of me while I was trying to help him. Little shit.
Yeah.
Aw. Now Buffy's cleaning him.
Yeah, they're checking on him to make sure he's okay.
specifying the
You should be
job-
checking on me.
the job of the contract, because I don't think we specified what the job specifically is. Specifically.
No, as you
Three, at least.
once the contract is signed, the contract does include the kinds of jobs that Rosario is willing to do. So as long as it falls within those,
Okay.
you
Okay.
can
Yeah,
you can share
basically
the details
Wow,
now.
that is
He's
generous.
basically doing whatever we ask him to, but if he were to fuck up, he had to pay like a compensation for that, or if he were to die, then we would have to pay for it.
Luckily, we're not going to fuck up. So
That's if we ask him not to fuck up. We have to put him in a good position not to.
Okay. So far, if he fucks up, we get 500 gold. I don't see.
yeah.
No, if he fucks up, we get 500, but if he dies, we have to pay.
Mhm.
If you're responsible for his death, if he dies in the course of doing, like if he fucks it up, he just dies. It is only if you are directly responsible for his death
That's
that
very
you have to pay.
That's very
No.
contradictory. Because so we can ask him to flat out do him something that might have his life on the line. If he dies, that's on us.
No, that's more like. It's more like if I was there and I decided I don't know, test out my new sword on this other devil world.
It's a gross negligence clause. That's what it is.
Yes.
Hmm. Okay.
It's all
Yes.
I was thinking more figuratively, but all right.
No, it's directly responsible for his death.
Okay.
Anyway.
Out of everyone here, Sharp Eye is really aware of what we're directly responsible for someone's death means.
Indeed.
Literally, my knife in you.
Yes.
No wrong ones.
Rosario, I believe we would greatly benefit from some reconnaissance. We need to evaluate what kind of defenses the Baron Barbula will have ready for us. What opportunities we have to get past them and gain direct access to him to accomplish our goal of eliminating him personally.
Agreed. I'm assuming you know where he might be in the city.
I know where the soul brokers are. I know where the soul brokers live, if that is what you are interested in.
More like
Regardless, we just need to know where this Barnabas is. The closer you get to us to him, the better. I don't necessarily care what information you have. I just want to get to him.
we want one specific soul broker.
Mm-hmm.
Barbula. If we can know his fuck, I can't remember the goddamn name that
Brokerage.
broker. If we could have a map of his brokerage, possibly guard change times, and maybe even a schedule of his.
I mean, that could assist us very much, but I'm more concerned over who is the toughest when it turns time.
Understood. And Rosario fades into the shadows of the awning for a moment. And when they step back out, you see a statuesque woman, devil woman, broad black horns sweeping back, skin somewhere but like a burnt orange color, black eyes, like beads of obsidian in her face, and contracts are tattooed down her arms.
Is this normal?
I'm not gonna question it, but I'm gonna guess you are the secretary of this Barnabas.
Barnabas.
I'm calling you Barnabas just to relieve less emotion to the target of our assassination.
Rosario nods their head. This is the form of a contract devil, widely employed in the soul brokerages of this city.
Fuck.
Shall be very inconspicuous in the Diamond District.
Whatever you can do for us to get in the good word for us to get closer to this harness.
Barbula.
Fabiola, yes. I recommend that you retire yourselves to a place of revelry and excess.
You might be a
Please.
little more specific for each of us.
Well, I would recommend, it is my favorite in the city, that you attend the Sunken Log. She's in the Topaz district. Some 3 or 4 blocks that direction. A lovely bar. A lovely barmaid. You wait me there, and I shall see about completing your task.
How long, by chance, just in case?
As long as it takes.
No more than overnight, I would say.
Excellent.
Can I get that? Could I get that bar again? The sunken winch or sunken?
The sunken log. The sunken log.
Very well. Overnight shall be done. We expect you over by the second log thing, or where should we expect you then?
I shall meet you there when I have completed my task.
Very well.
I anticipate that it shall not take that long. Thistle brokers, they are arrogant and prone to overlook those who appear that they belong.
If you achieve your goal, I'll be honest, I might give you some interest in your compensation from how well you do, because this is actually a great job for us.
Excellent. I'm not particularly interested in cats or dogs, but I shall take gold or drink. And Rosario saunters off into the city.
Drink? Like I could pay you. Never mind, you're gone.
I take a deep breath. Well then, gentlemen, what shall we do now?
Find a way to get you to relax.
Me? I'm
Yeah.
perfectly fine. She's doing business with us. I offer compensation for her excellent work, and she's maybe doing well for us.
All right,
More
we're
so,
gonna be.
this is more for Elias for U3's contract. I'm just trying to find the most interest for U3 for Elias.
I understand, boy, but like we're going to find this. Fucking what was it?
Barbula.
We're going to find the sunken log, and you're going drunk immediately.
What? Why am I getting drunk immediately? What?
Hilario's rolling up a joint as you're standing there. Twist
Is-
the end.
Is that to celebrate our contract? Is that for?
What else am I supposed to do while I wait for Rosario to return?
I mean, to be
Pop
honest,
patch.
I'm with them. We have to wait till he gives us the information what he does.
You want one?
I'm tempted, but I might have to be sober just in case if he comes like early.
Pass that shit.
Without any hesitation.
Sharp Eyes is just gonna take a couple puffs and then pass it to the person whoever is to his left.
Who knows how much corruption points you get smoking that joint?
Yeah, Raheem to your left.
I'm hoping at least 5.
I'm gonna
Smoking it.
grab it and then turn to Elias and state, so what do you think of my occupation of being charismatic to our mercenaries?
You raise good points, but conciseness and listening is more important than speaking.
But regardless, it's better to jump the gun for your target versus just listening in, because if you were to stay silent, we might just pass you by.
Jump the what now?
Nothing.
If Raheem doesn't take the joint, Ilario takes it back. Oh, do you want it?
Oh, sure.
Yeah.
What a generous guy.
Yeah. It tastes bad.
Oh my god, how bad? Please tell me.
So I'm a million years old, and
Just a 1 out. Just a 1 out of 10. You have to give details.
so kind of tastes like somebody picked the weed out of the carpet and then put it in a joint.
Oh my god, it's a 2 out of 10.
That's bad. Not like this stuff was purple before I put it into the grinder bat, like, because I've never
No.
had good tasting weed.
This just tastes like burning carpet fibers.
I see.
2 out of 10.
Yeah. heavily like you feel fucked up, but it tastes bad.
You can't leave it exposed to the air here in Monaros because
Yeah. Yeah, he had to take it out of a Tupperware container, and you have to smoke it before the miasma gets into it. Smoke fast, gentlemen.
Yeah.
Smoke fast.
Mm.
The deeper
Why-
the breath, the better.
Why does it have that empty cartridge, like, aftertaste?
Don't question it. Just inhale it. Enjoy it while you
Raheem's
can.
the one with it.
Oh shit! I forgot to pass on that.
Yes. Cool. So, if you had some of the infernal joint, please note that for next time. I will devise a fun little random table for that.
Dang it. Can't just get high in
Can we just
peace.
roll a D100 right now so we stay there for the next session?
Just note that you have partaken of the infernal joint.
Got it.
For
Can
right
I
now.
can I get a roll call?
Oh no, are the police gonna fucking drug test people randomly?
Yes, absolutely.
Jeez.
Raheem, Clyde, and Zach, and Sharp Eye. I don't believe that Aquinsu or Elias partook.
No.
Nope.
Sharp Eye's definitely going to do some peer pressure on Quincy. Come
I
on,
agree.
man.
Come on, Quincy.
Good,
You've been
good.
through hell. You need to lay off. You've been stressed. I can see the eye twitch.
This will take the tension out of your shoulders.
I don't think you understand. My power comes from the fact that I am intelligent. If I smoke that's something that makes me dumb, then I will be useless to you.
Imagine the stupid shit you can do, though.
Believe it or not, being intelligent doesn't mean everything, because you think inside the box. When drinking something like this, it makes you think outside the box.
Then you do magic like Cece.
Oh, hold on.
Oh no!
Do your portals retain inertia? Like,
No, of course not.
does speedy thing goes in, speedy thing comes out?
It depends on the kind of portal.
I don't know. I just thinking like literally a hole. Maybe one side's orange and one side is blue.
I could make something like an arcane gate.
Yeah, and if you like threw something, like what if you had portal? I'm feeling what you're laying down, Sharp. Like what if we had like a portal on top, and portal bond, you like throw something in there, and just keep going and going and going, and then redirect it and just at this velocity, just right out, you know?
Yeah.
Wait a second. You might have just given me a way to weaponize the whole of Annihilation.
If I
And on that note, we're gonna pick this up next week because it's after midnight here.
are we trying to figure out a railgun?
Yes, I think that's what's happening here, and I am not
Writing
prepared to
down
deal.
calculations.
Like a railgun of annihilation.
Yeah, I'm not prepared to deal with that this evening. So.
Sharp Eye, Raheem, and Aquinsu get high and then figure it out.
Yes. Okay. Excellent. So I will see y'all next week. Continue thinking about a time the week of Christmas that we may want to reschedule if we want to reschedule, because Christmas Eve and then New Year's Eve are both on Tuesday nights.
Cool.
Both of them.
I mean,
So
wait.
otherwise, we'll go 2 weeks without playing.
And
Yeah.
Tuesday is the 17th, though. Then we have like 1 week left before.
No, I know. I'm asking you to think about it.
Week after next
okay.
week is what she's talking about.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah. The
okay.
week after next week.
I'm a little
is
inebriated,
Christmas
but
Eve.
yeah, I understand.
And then the week after that is New Year's Eve. So those would be nights that we would not play.
Got it.
Yes. All right. Good night, y'all.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night.
Right.